Tommy, a disappointing result tonight at the Carlisle grounds. I suppose the damage was really done in the first half hour.
Yeah, look, in fairness, I thought the first goal was probably a free out. Like, Ben was fouled, and then maybe he needs to hit the deck, and it was a good finish. But I thought we had all the chances. In fairness, we had a better to play. We were just a bit unlucky. I felt tonight we played well, particularly with the squad we have currently. I thought the young lads did very well, and the whole team played very well actually.
What's the half-time team talk like when you're down 2 at the break? It's you've been on a run without a win of late, and I would imagine heads are down when you go into the half-time break.
Yeah, but look, we're still in a good position. Like, a lot of people didn't even expect us to be in this position, and the lads are really doing really, really well. We're playing really well. The performances, one bad performance, I think, in fairness, in the last number of games. That was Finn Harps at home. I thought the rest of them we were fairly decent for the majority of the games. Kerry last week, the first hour we were decent. Last half an hour maybe they were on top, but I thought we were on top for the majority of that game. I think they had 2 shots in target and they scored 2 goals, whereas we miss a lot of chances and a bit unlucky. But look, we're a bit unlucky with injuries. I think the tide will turn in the next few weeks, hopefully.
First senior goal for Leon Curran tonight. You showed a bit of faith in him this year, in fairness. Another academy graduate, Croom native. He's come good tonight, and he's had some positive outings off the bench in recent weeks.
Yeah, look, we know Leon's a good player. He's a good attacking player. The boys have a lot of work to do still. A lot of them younger lads, in terms of physicality and building them up. And sometimes that's not no true fault of their own. They haven't been on gym programs in the last number of years, and they've taken a break, the likes of Leon, for a few months. He went away to work, but he's back now and he's training well, and the physicality will come, and that kind of the tactical awareness is going to come with these boys the more they're in around the first team. But we know what Leon can do, and it was a game for him because we were well on top, and when you're on top, he can do that damage.
You had a number of young players in the bench this afternoon. We mentioned Leon Curran, you had Mark Murphy, no Sean Costello tonight, but you'd also had likes of Mark O'Halloran, Michael Dike, and Fionn Doherty as well. Yeah,
Fionn was injured. That's what he was. Just he wasn't available really. We just had him on the bench because we're down so much numbers. But he just came. He didn't train all week. He got injured Monday night training.
You've quite a young bench, and you're lacking probably that bit of senior depth. Is that a hard juggling act when you're trying to go out and win games, and you're kind of throwing young players, the likes of Leon, who hasn't a whole pile of senior experience, out in there to try and, I suppose, turn games around at 2-0 down?
Yeah, well, look, you see they're bringing on Dan Craven and Magerson off the bench, and we're bringing on young lads. Of course, it's difficult, but that's the squad we have. But look, where else would we be? We've seen it for years now. It's we're punching above our weight, and we still are this year, in my opinion. And it's great to see those young lads coming on, and maybe, as I said, we need to probably get them trained a bit more, and in the next year or two it's good for them to get that experience, because it's a lot faster for them, and it's high intensity, but we're happy for them to get the minutes.
Back home next week at home to UCD. They did a great win tonight, winning 3-2 away to Wexford. They're second in the table. It's such a topsy-turvy league this year. You turned over UCD last time you met them. They went on a bit of a bad run. Next thing you know, they're second in the table. But it's all to play for again next Friday.
Look, it's just loads of time left. We don't need to panic now. I don't know how many players we've out injured. I think there's 7 or 8. Probably Yo-Yo's the 9th. And already with a light squad, majority of our squad is, I think half our squad is under 20. Or under 21 anyway. Certainly, so it's a real young squad. And to have the amount of players out injured at the moment, and that's not an excuse, that's just the reality of it. That's just the way it fell upon us this year. We've lost a lot of senior players over the last number of years, but look, the lads will keep fighting away, and they're a resilient bunch, and there's no panic here. There's a long way to go. We just have to stay nice and relaxed, and not push the panic button, because, as you said there yourself, even though a lot of teams have put in massive resources, and they're training almost full time. Even the likes of Kerry, they're training 4 or 5 times a week, of lads in houses down there, and obviously the likes of Wexford and Harps and UCD, who are on campus all the time. We're as good as any of them. We just have to not panic now, and just get the boys back, and just cut out silly mistakes, and probably a bit more around our decision making on the pitch, but that'll come as well.
Lastly, Tom, before we let you go, just any injury updates. Evan O'Connor was a notable absentee. He went off last week. You've obviously the likes of David Tarmy and the Curran. I know Yo-Yo took a knock tonight. I know there's probably way too many names to remember as well.
So there's a lot of names to remember.
I don't have the squad sheet to hand. But
Callum Mack, Darren Dewanku, you know, there's a lot of lads out. We are like the walking wounded. Evan, we think it might be a fracture. As I said, Fionn got injured as well. He got a kick in the foot and it was bone bruising. So we're hoping to have him back quickly. Callum is another 3 or 4 weeks off. To end this 3 or 4 weeks off, we're hoping to have Collie back in the next week or so. You know, he'll be another big addition to us. Tarmy is another few weeks off. Did I mention Enda? I did.
You did?
Yeah. Who else is out? Do you know, there's 7 or 8 anyway. But look, it is what it is. It's an opportunity for the other lads. I thought the lads did well when they came on. All of them, you know. Adam Holland was away. He was away against Wales in the schools game. So, but you know, young Mark Murphy did well when he came on. You know, I thought Mark Byrne was decent for another hour. You know, he didn't play in 14 or 15 months. Thomas and Willie were decent off the bench. You know, the boys have been. You know, Thomas, we to watch him because he's 14 months out as well. So you know, there'll be plenty of opportunities for lads starting in the next number of weeks because we've a heavy schedule coming up. I think in the first 2 weeks in May we have like 5 games. You know, in 14 days. So there's plenty of opportunity for lads here, and you know, I think in the long term we'll be fine.